Today we're making muffins. What kind of muffins? Jägermeister chocolate muffins. Are they gonna be good? I don't know, but let's give it a shot. Will you black out after eating them? Probably not. The alcohol is gonna cook away. Will you punch a wall? I wouldn't rule it out. The flavors might be a little weird. Got a very simple chocolate muffin recipe in front of me. Follow your own favorite one online, but we're gonna substitute a little bit of the liquid with Jägermeister as well as the vanilla extract. So, instead of starting off with a cup of buttermilk, we're starting off with a little over 3/4 of a cup. Adding to that, 2 eggs. Gonna whisk those together. Now we're gonna add our dry ingredients. A teaspoon of both baking soda and baking powder, 1 3/4 cup flour, 2/3 cup of cocoa, and 1 1/4 cup of sugar. Now I've reserved a little bit of the side because I'm gonna mix that with the Jägermeister. I don't know if the alcohol is gonna interact with the baking soda and baking powder, so I only wanna put those together at the last possible second. To that, we're also adding a stick of melted butter. Just getting it nice and mixed up here, already coming together. What I'm gonna do is now add a 1/4 cup of Jägermeister to the remaining dry ingredients. Gonna mix that together and add a bunch of chocolate chips. There's just this herbal, sort of floral coming from the Jägermeister. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Beautiful. Now with muffins, pancakes, scones, that kind of thing, you don't wanna overwork the batter because you don't want the gluten from the flour to start activating. You wanna keep it as fluffy as possible. So I'm not gonna do it much more. Got my tins ready to go. We're gonna use an ice cream scoop to put them in. Time to put this pan in our preheated oven at 350 degrees. It's gonna bake for somewhere between 20 and 25 minutes. Just kind of keep an eye on them and keep your nose paying attention too. They rose pretty well, so it doesn't look like the alcohol interacted with the baking soda or the baking powder in any negative way. So they still fluffed up. They have a nice sort of crunch top right here. Ooh, yeah. Smell is incredible. Let's give it a bite. Not totally sure how much of the Jägermeister is gonna come through, so we'll give it a bite just straight out of the oven like this. Very rich. There's so much chocolate in there. That's the dominant flavor. But there's this interesting floral licorice that is playing with it just a little bit at the end. It's so good. It's just different enough. This has a little bit of spice to it. Those floral licorice notes that kind of like linger on it. I think I'm gonna kick it up one more notch and just try this. I'm gonna put a little bit of Jägermeister on the muffin itself. Kind of treating this a little bit like a spiced rum cake. There's a spiciness to the alcohol, the aroma of the Jägermeister that comes off of the hot muffin. And then you have this super rich dark chocolate. And then these notes are just going through it. This strong black licorice. Those floral notes that I mentioned, all those herbs and spices that come in with Jägermeister, I think there's over 50 that come in with it. It makes it such an interesting addition to a chocolate muffin. All right, so this is our second boozy recipe that we've done. So far it's 2 for 2. The Pop-Tarts and now this, both I would absolutely bring to house parties, bring to brunch, bring to wherever. These are awesome. Even put a little Jägermeister on the warm muffin that came out of the oven. That kicked it up a notch. Like a rum cake, that kind of thing. So if you guys have any recommendations, if you want to see more of this, just leave a comment below, share and like, all that good stuff, and I appreciate you.